Coming up here in just a few moments' time, we're live on FloRacing at Lernerville for the Don Martin Memorial Silver Cup. Cars rolling onto the racetrack right now for the first of 4 heat races. This one is brought to you by the folks at TJ Forged Wheels. On the pole from St. Helena, California, it's the Rico Abreu, Kerbagajanian Racing, Moody's Sales, Mississippi Valley Transportation, the Weiser Agency, Toast Construction number 24, it's Rico Abreu. Outside of him from Angola, Indiana, the Sundollar Restoration, Ford Performance, Saints Fruit, Race Redeem Foundation number 26, it's Zeb Wise. Row 2 on the inside from Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, the Rudzik Excavating, Precision Overhead Garage Door, Centerline Boring, Smith Titanium number 49X, the Steel City Outlaw, Tim Schaefer. And outside of him, your fast qualifier here tonight from Alice Springs, Northern Territory, Australia, the Mobile One, Toyota Racing Development, Roth Enterprises, HR Livestock Transportation number 83 of James McFadden. Row 3 on the inside from East Berlin, Pennsylvania, the Trone Outdoor, J Fuels, Brewer Home Improvements, Moose Blocks, GPS Plumbing number 39, Cody Hartlob. And outside of him from Lubbock, Texas, the High Plains Building Division, Carbon Safety Technology, Lubbock Wrecker, 5 Nights Truck Accessories, ShopTruckCarts.com, number 1, Brenham Crouch. 4th row on the inside, 7th starter in this one from Struthers, Ohio. The JS Bova Excavating, Southeastern Equipment, Pro Quality Demolition, Seneca Bob Sub Shop, SP Technologies, number 20B, Cody Bova. And outside of him, the driver from Penrith, New South Wales, Australia. The Supreme Poultry, Scorpion Racewear, Mama's Pizza, Donut Racing Engines, Tynerhurst Enterprises, number 53, Jesse Adard. Row 5 on the inside from Enon Valley, Pennsylvania. The Shell House Landscaping, Karski Security, Watkins Turf Care, Al's Corner, Bobby Clark Racing, number 38 of Leighton Wagner. And outside of him, it's the driver from Mars, Pennsylvania, the Beer Nation Superior Interior, number 4K of Kip Edwards. Those are the drivers. That is the starting lineup for TJ Forged Heat Race number 1. Top 5 finishers after 8 laps will go to the feature, with the winner and the fastest qualifier going to the dash. So the 4th place car that starts in this one, James McFadden, he was the fastest qualifier. As long as he stays inside the top 5, he will go to the dash tonight along with the heat race winner. But if McFadden can somehow go from 4th to the lead and win the race, he will then have what we call the ace in the hole, meaning he will automatically start on the pole of tonight's dash, and that goes for each of the 4th place finishers in all 4 heat races here tonight. In Heat 2, it's Sheldon Hodenshield. Heat 3, Anthony Macri, and Heat 4, Tyler Courtney. If you're keeping score in the grandstands or at home, those are the 4 drivers to keep an eye on when it comes to the ace in the hole here tonight at Lernerville. TJ Forged Wheels was started by Taylor TJ Weld, the best no compromises forged wheels for high performance motorsports. We only build forged aluminum wheels using proprietary tooling and exclusive manufacturing processes that clearly elevate our wheels above the competition. Product quality, product safety, and exceptional customer service is what we do. We lead where others follow. Don't settle for close enough. TJ Forged. We want to thank TJ Forged for being the Heat Race 1 sponsor all season long with Kubota High Limit Racing. Many of you are paying attention every single week here on FloRacing, know about the High Roller playlist. Tonight it is Casey Kane, and this will be the start of when we go through the second portion of all of the drivers' songs on the High Roller playlist. All 16 full-timers have gotten their music played, but they gave us 15 songs. The last time we did it, we only were able to play 7 or 8. We have a whole bunch more, and here's one. Tony, I know that's a song that you were going to like. I feel like you and Casey Kane will be really good friends, just judging by the music selection.
Chase, I couldn't really hear the last half of what you were saying, but I'll tell you this much. There might be sand in your boots, but there's love in your heart and ready to go sprint car racing. I'm excited for this one.
That was a good way to put that, Tony. When you could not hear me, you made it out pretty well and were able to give us some quality content from down there in the...
I just want to know, Chase, have you ever had sand in your boots?
Tony, I've actually never worn boots, if you can believe that. I know you're a cowboy boot guy. You wear them all the time for some reason. Even sometimes on race day, I think I've seen you wear those boots, but I try to stick away from them. They're just not really my style. You know, I'm a Vans guy, so no boots for me.
No, I get it. You leave the boots to me. We leave the women's sunglasses to you. I get it.
Yes, that's... I'm sure that picture will be posted here sometime soon. Left my real sunglasses at home today, had to borrow some, and they were not mine. They did not fit very well, number one, and number two, not exactly my style. Looks like we've got cars in the proper starting position. Ready to go green. Next time by, Rico Abreu, Zeb Wise in row 1. Tim Schaefer, James McFadden in row number 2. Cody Hartlob and Brenham Crouch in row 3. Cody Bova and Jesse Adard in row number 5. And did not see that at the end there. Looks like Kip Edwards. Yeah, he does not make the call. So Kip Edwards, the 4K, not able to keep that car fired. He went back to the pit area. Here we go. First heat race of the night brought to you by TJ Forged Wheels. Rico Abreu and Zeb Wise. Abreu coming up the racetrack right there across the nose of Zeb Wise. They're 3 wide for the second spot in turn number 1. James McFadden around the outside, getting by Tim Schaefer. Move McFadden up to second. And the yellow lights click on in issue for the 26 of Zeb Wise in turn number 2. A little bit of a wonky start there when Abreu got on the gas and kind of slid right up in front of the 26 car. I don't think that is what caused the issue there for the Redine Racing number 26 machine of Zeb Wise as he comes to a stop. And looks like they're going to try and push him back to the work area. So no guaranteed time over there for Zeb Wise, who unfortunately came in with some momentum, but now that momentum will be stunted here in this one. He came in with an 8th place run at the Kings Royal on Saturday night at Eldora Speedway, and now mechanical issue is going to take him out early of this first heat race tonight.
Well, Chase, Zeb Wise and that 26 Redine Racing team, they are sitting literally on the bubble. 10th in championship points coming into tonight. Of course, no wins. They have 2 top 5s and 12 top 10s to their credit. So Zeb Wise and Tyler Tessmaker and the rest of that Redine Racing team are chasing a rabbit, an 8th place finish back at the Kings Royal, but they do not need this to start off their night here in Lernerville.
Certainly don't. They're going to have to go to the B main later on as we're coming to the green flag here in this first heat race. On the gas, we're underway, and McFadden getting by Schaefer. They got together down the front stretch. Schaefer into the inside wall, and he's upside down in turn 1. Tim Schaefer getting upside down in turn 1. The red flag clicks on. Him and McFadden appeared to have gotten together. It's tough to tell from our angle here. We'll see if we have a FloRacing replay to take a look at. But it did appear that those two got very close coming down the front straightaway. And Schaefer along for the ride after that. Tim Schaefer, a 2-time Silver Cup champion, 2005 and 2011 with the Outlaws. Also a 4-time winner with the All-Star Circuit of Champions here at Lernerville Speedway. He has 1 win this year in the 410, a Fast Series win at the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania Motor Speedway on March 16th. Best high limit run this year, an 18th place result at the East Bay Raceway Park in Florida. Here is the replay. If you're at the track watching, check out the big screen in the infield. McFadden comes up racetrack, and it's right rear to left front contact, probably folded up the front end on that Rudzik Excavating 49X car and sent him tumbling down there. Tony, I see you on the scene. What kind of damage can you tell us on that car right there?
Yeah, left front tire's completely knocked off of it, and then the steering arm kind of curled in just a little bit, the drag link, and yeah, left front's knocked off. I mean, I'm no crew chief. No one's ever going to accuse me of that, but doesn't look like crazy damage of any kind, really, to the left front suspension. But just that drag link took the brunt of it with the left front getting knocked off. We were going to come over here and try to talk to Schaefer, but staying in the car. Little tiny bit of damage up to the top, right in the 49 on the left side panel on the top wing, but obviously he's staying in the car, and they're going to try to get it back to the work area.
So tough break there for Schaefer as he looked like he was having a strong start to the night. Was set to roll off from that second position after the issue for Zeb Wise and was going to maybe put himself in position for a dash spot. And unfortunately, now he is parked in the infield. You could see him still sitting in the car. Left front tire, left rear tire, both are down. Going to need the tow truck hooked up to that car. That car has went to victory lane here in the past, albeit with a different driver behind the wheel, Tanner Thorson, a winner here in 2015 at the Lernerville Speedway, driving that exact car. You can see some grass actually getting stuck to the top wing there, so that's never good, but definitely going to need to change out that top wing for Tim Schaefer. Last I checked, Brian Kamenaugh, the crew chief on that car, at least he was at Eldora last week, and Kamenaugh, one of the best crew chiefs of this 20th century, 21st century, whichever that is, Tony.
Chase, you called it out correctly. I completely missed the left rear Hoosier being knocked off the rear corner of that car. But then as Adam gets behind the car here, you can see much better how much damage is sustained to the actual belly pan, the top of the top wing. It's not just that small hole where the 49X sits on the left side panel. You can actually see considerable bending, and the braces aren't broken, but they're definitely bowed in and down on the top wing for Tim Schaefer in this 49X. So a little bit more damage than I originally saw. As we get behind the car, you can see a little bit more done to the top wing of that 49X, and even a fuel line kind of strung down, it looks like, off the tail tank. So yeah, they got more work to it than we originally thought, but Tim's staying in the car. They're going to tow it back, and of course no guaranteed time in the work area during these heat races. So very much just like Zeb Wise, who you already called out, we will more than likely see Tim Schaefer here in a B main a little bit later tonight.
Yeah, Schaefer, they're not going to be able to fix that car in time to make it back out for the green flag. So get him back to the pit area, make the repairs, and hopefully see him back out for the B main. Schaefer, a 6-time feature winner here at Lernerville. We mentioned it a moment ago. He was the Silver Cup champ in 05 and in 2011. Also had a win in 11 with the All-Star Circuit of Champions. Tim Schaefer, 25 races this year behind the wheel of a 410. As we mentioned, to get that win with the Fast Series at the Pot of Gold 75 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He's got 7 top 10 finishes to go along with 5 top 5s. As we mentioned, 18th with High Limit at East Bay Raceway Park, his best High Limit finish of the year. Best World of Outlaws finish this year, a 6th place result at the Attica Raceway Park in Ohio. Looks like Kip Edwards is going to make his way back onto the racetrack. So Edwards with plenty of time, and that's a big break as well there, Tony. Zeb Wise going to make it back onto the racetrack as well after his issue. And so with the red flag for Tim Schaefer, Kip Edwards and Zeb Wise both to make it back out on the racetrack for this next restart.
Yeah, I think that means Zeb Wise is not going to be responding to my text of his opinion of what happened there on the initial start, but that's okay. I'd rather be left on red and him be out on track, so this is good news for both of those cars. Unfortunately, though, it comes at the expense of the 49X of Tim Schaefer.
Tony, now wouldn't it be weird if he did leave you on red right now? Wouldn't that just be kind of crazy?
Yeah, well, I would definitely think that's, I wouldn't necessarily take that as an offense. I would just be like, hey, why are you looking at your phone? And more importantly, why are you looking at my text messages when you are in the work area getting your car repaired? But I've heard of crazier things.
Yeah, me too. But Zeb Wise able to make it back out along with the 4K car, Kip Edwards, but they're going to have to restart at the tail end of the field. And so with that, you know, it was supposed to be Zeb on the front row next to Rico, then it was Schaefer, and now I believe that's going to put James McFadden up there to that second position in car number 83, and so a fantastic opportunity here for McFadden to potentially grab that ace in the hole here tonight from going 4th to the win. Obviously, he's going to have to fight off Rico Abreu. Abreu, a second-place result last year with High Limit Racing during the Commonwealth Clash in September. That's really going to shake up this lineup a lot. Should put Cody Hartlob up to 3rd, Brenham Crouch to 4th, and according to my calculations, Cody Bova up into 5th. So those drivers will start this race in transfer positions. Certainly will be interesting to see how Zeb Wise can make his way through the field to make sure he can get into a transfer spot and not have to run that B main. Cars getting back in behind the Lernerville Speedway and the HinderCars.com pace truck. A little bit of a tough start to the night here at Lernerville. Should be able to go green the next time by. The chalk stripe applied to the racetrack in turn number 4. Abreu and McFadden. Hartlob and Crouch. Bova and Adard. Wagner, Wise, and Edwards, with still 8 laps to go in TJ Ford's heat race number 1. Rico Abreu coming in with some momentum on his side, a night before the Kings Royal win last week at the Eldora Speedway on Friday. See if he can back that up with a heat race win here tonight at Lernerville. We are underway in heat race number 1. McFadden quickly to the inside of Rico Abreu, but Abreu's going to pull away down the back straightaway with the race lead. McFadden runs in second. Cody Hartlob in third. Fourth spot is Jesse Adard, and fifth right now is a 3-wide battle with Brenham Crouch, Cody Bova, and Jesse Adard. Bova underneath the number 1 car of Brenham Crouch into turn number 1. They're racing for the transfer spot. Give it to the 1 car of Brenham Crouch tonight in his Lernerville Speedway debut. He's into the top 5 and into the final transfer spot. Now looking at the inside of the 53 car of Jesse Adard, looking for 4th. He'll make his way into turn number 1. Adard goes low to block. Crouch maybe got the left front tire up on the inside berm right there and loses some ground to the Supreme Poultry number 53 car. And now Adard maybe closing in slightly on the 39 car of Cody Hartlob for 3rd. Meanwhile, your top 2 enjoying a pretty sizable advantage to the 3rd place car of Cody Hartlob. Hartlob now getting away slightly from the 53 car of Jesse Adard. Cody Bova certainly still a part of the conversation here when it comes to that last transfer spot between him and the number 1 car of Brenham Crouch. Zeb Wise not able to close in on those cars. Next time by, 2 laps to go for Abreu. He's encountering the back of the field, gets around the outside of Kip Edwards to put him 1 lap down. Here's the 2 to go signal for Rico Abreu at the line. McFadden, Hartlob, Adard, and Crouch appear to be safe and sound right now in those top 5 positions. 1 to go for Abreu and TJ Ford's heat race number 1. Coming around to the checkered flag, a dominating performance in this first heat race for Rico Abreu. He will get the win over the 83 of James McFadden by 2.5 seconds. At the line, Edwards holds up Hartlob. He comes across the line in 3rd. Jesse Adard 4th and Brenham Crouch in 5th, but a close call there for Cody Hartlob as he got caught up behind the slower car of Kip Edwards. Here are your results from heat race number 1. Rico Abreu gets the win. He'll go to the dash. 2nd and also going to the dash, the 83 of James McFadden. 3rd, the 39 of Cody Hartlob. 4th, the 53 of Jesse Adard. And 5th, the number 1 of Brenham Crouch. Looks like we will bypass the interview here for heat race number 1, brought to you by TJ Ford's Wheels, and get into the 2nd heat race tonight, which is brought to you by the folks at DMI Racing Products. Here is the 2nd heat race lineup on the pole. It's the driver out of Apollo, Pennsylvania, the Mercedes Motorsports, Ducati of Pittsburgh, Diesel Property Management, Mad Motorsports, number 42, it's Cy Lynch, and outside of him from Grass Valley, California, the Casey Kane Racer, Mike Curb, Napa Auto Parts, Brumos Collection, Max Morasos, number 49, Brad Sweet. Row 2 on the inside from Hanover, Pennsylvania, the Pell's Tire Service, RF Knox Company, the Auto Barn, RSI Outdoors, number 1A, it's Jacob Allen, and outside of him from Worcester, Ohio, it's the NOS Energy Drink, West Tennessee Expediting, Hunt Brothers Pizza, Frozen Farmer, Maximum Oil, Easy Go, number 17 of Sheldon Hodenshield. Row 3 on the inside, the driver out of Evans City, Pennsylvania, the Superior Tank and Trailer, Ravens Trailer, Tony Burke Trucking, 27 Manufacturing, and Advanced Auto Parts of Harmony, Pennsylvania, number 22 of Brandon Spithauler, and outside of him from Kokomo, Indiana, the Chalk Sticks Torsion Bars, Elite Wings, High Performance Lubricants, Octane Inc., Wikipedia, Number 9P, the law firm Parker Price Miller. Row 4 on the inside from Butler, Pennsylvania, the Crow Recycling, Dirty Mouth Communication, Turner's Ice Tea, Raceman Body Shop, That Guy Motorsports, number 11 of Carl Bowser. And outside of him, from Canton, Illinois, it's the NOS Energy Drink, Logan Contractor, Elliott's Custom Trailers, TK Concrete, Zip Bonds 55, Chris Wyndham. Final starter in this one, from Worthington, Pennsylvania, the Jarrett Company, Blood Lubricants, Flying A Motorsports, Titus Tree Service, Martin Signs and Graphics, number 3 of John Jarrett. That is the lineup in DMI Heat Race number 2. Once again, it is 8 laps. It is the top 5 going on to the feature with the winner and the fastest qualifier, that being Sheldon Hodenshield. In this one, as long as he stays inside the top 5, he will go to the dash with the Heat Race winner. And we've got another song coming in from Casey Kane's playlist, and I know that Tony's going to like this one just because of the name of the song. You did not know by now, Tony Laporta is in fact from Colorado. If you did not know that, then you have not been watching enough high limit racing.
And if you didn't know, Casey Kane has fantastic musical taste. I'm downloading that song.
Thank you very much, Tony, as we are ready to go green. HendrickCars.com, pace truck pulls into the infield. It is Silence and Brad Sweet, Jacob Allen, Sheldon Hodenshield, Brandon Spithaller, Parker Price Miller, first 3 rows. We are underway in DMI Heat Race number 2. Silence jumps out with the initial race lead, slides up the racetrack in front of Brad Sweet, races on for 3rd as Sheldon Hodenshield gets the best of a battle between himself and the 1A of Jacob Allen. Off of turn number 4, leading lap 1 is the 42 of Cy Lynch. Lynch trying to make the dash, trying to hold off the current points leader with Kubota High Limit Racing, that being the 49 of Brad Sweet. Sweet in front of Hodenshield, Allen, and Spithaller, the top 5. Top 5 drivers all spread out, making the middle part of the racetrack work right now at Lernerville Speedway. Next car out of a transfer, the 11 of Carl Bowser and the 9P of Parker Price Miller. So 2 high rollers in danger of going to the B main tonight, that being PPM and Chris Wyndham back there running in the 7th and 8th positions. Cy Lynch, the crowd favorite, looking to punch his ticket into tonight's FK Rod-Ins dash. His dad, Ed Lynch, former Silver Cup champion. Cy led some laps here against the Outlaws a few years ago, was not able to pull off the win, but was still in contention. As Lynch comes off of turn number 4, this time by 3 laps to go in DMI Heat Race number 2. Might be a race for second, potentially developing here between the 49 of Brad Sweet and the 17 of Sheldon Hodenshield. Sweet pulls away slightly down the back straightaway. About 8 car lengths separate the 49 and the 17. 2 to go for the 4-2 in DMI Heat Race number 2. Top 4 have broken away from the 22 car, Brandon Spithaller in the final transfer spot. But Carl Bowser not close enough to do anything with him. Here's the white flag, 1 to go for Cy Lynch. Lynch off of turn number 2, down the backstretch, was close to a win this year at High Limit Racing at Lucas Oil Speedway. Ended up 5th in that one. He'll have another chance at it tonight at Lernerville. He gets the win in DMI Heat Race number 2. Brad Sweet 2nd, Sheldon Hodenshield 3rd, Jacob Allen 4th, and Brandon Spithaller in 5th. Here are the results from DMI Heat Race number 2. Cy Lynch gets the win. He will go to the dash. 2nd, the 49 of Brad Sweet. 3rd, the 17 of Sheldon Hodenshield. He also goes to the dash. 4th was the 1A of Jacob Allen. And 5th, the 22 of Brandon Spithaller, the final transfer. Carl Bowser, Parker Price Miller, Chris Wyndham, and John Jarrett will go to tonight's B main event. Heat race number 3 is coming at you now. It is brought to you by the folks at BR Motorsports. Here is the lineup for heat race number 3. On the pole from Clovis, California, it's the Sander Engineering, 4 Cs Construction, Autry Plumbing, SynCal, Driven to Save Lives, number 14, Corey Day. And outside of him, it's the Corey and Corey Show. From Visalia, California, it's the Commercial Edge, Rasmussen Service Center, Elliott's Custom Trailers, Fulkins Brothers Trucking, Fatheads Eyewear, number 8 of Corey Eliason. Row number 2 on the inside from Monrovia, Indiana, the Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Big Spring Car Wash, Water Dream by Design number 13, it's Justin Peck. And outside of him, the fast qualifier in this heat race from Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, the J&S Classics, Valley Supply, C&D Rigging, Class 1 Transportation number 39M, Anthony Macri. Row 3 on the inside from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the Smith Titanium Factory Cane, Maximal Oil, Messi Valley Transportation, Hall of Octo, Rod Gross Motorsports, number 88, Tanner Thorson. And outside of him, the driver from Buffalo, New York, the Airport Collision, Fiberworks Deposits, Get It Dumpsters, number 7 NY, a Matt Farnham. 7 starter in this one from Yuba City, California. It's the Red Line Welding and Construction, Morrison Engines, King Racing Products, number 45, a Landon Brooks. And outside of him, from Mechanicsburg, PA, the Hollinger Allebach Racing, Old Milwaukee, Orange Crate Brewing, Beer Hill Gang, number 5, W of Lucas Wolf. And your final starter in this one from Hubbard, Ohio, the Finish Line Graphics, Steel Valley Deals on Wheels, Capital Supply, IC Electric, number 47, Brett Brunkenhofer. 9 cars, 8 laps. The winner and the fast qualifier in this heat race, it is the 39M of Anthony Macri. As long as he stays in the top 5, he will go to the dash with the heat race winner. Let's listen in to Eric Clapton with Layla on Casey Kane's playlist here tonight. So Eric Clapton with Layla on Casey Kane's High Roller playlist. If you're wondering where these songs came from, that each driver, they submitted 15 songs, and so they get 2 nights to be the DJ of the night. Casey's first night was back at Golden Isle Speedway. Here is his second night tonight at Lernerville. Each driver gets 2 nights to be the DJ. Pace trucks pulling off the racetrack. We're ready to go green this time by off of turn number 4 in BR Motorsports heat race number 3. It's Corey and Corey from the front row, Justin Peck and Anthony Macri in row 2, Tanner Thorson and Matt Farnham in row 3. Here we go to the chalk stripe. We're underway. Corey Day jumps out with the initial race lead. Tanner Thorson looking underneath of Justin Peck for the 3rd spot off of turn number 2. They're side by side for that position. Now Corey Eliason trying to make a move on Corey Day. Day ran the middle, no way for Corey Eliason to make his way to the inside. Meanwhile, Landon Brooks, an aggressive maneuver to get by Matt Farnham for the 6th position. And now Brooks is 1 spot out of a transfer. But the problem for him, the next car he's trying to pass is the winningest sprint car driver in the country, that being Anthony Macri. Macri on the bubble spot in the 5th spot at this point in time. Meanwhile, Corey Day showing the way. Corey Eliason in 2nd. Tanner Thorson in 3rd. Justin Peck 4th, and Anthony Macri rounds out the top 5. Landon Brooks now stepping it up to the high side of the racetrack in 3 and 4, trying to get something going, trying to find some kind of speed to close in on the C&D Rigging number 39M car. Behind Brooks, it's Matt Farnham, Lucas Wolf, and Brett Brunkenhofer. Halfway home in BR Motorsports heat race number 3. Brunkenhofer off the racetrack in turn 3. He will stay under power. He will stay green. Corey Day, 3 laps to go. Eliason 2nd, Thorson 3rd. No change among the top 5. Eliason trying to work a little bit higher off the 2nd corner there. Meanwhile, Thorson trying to keep that car pinned to the bottom. And he closes in turns 3 and 4. Tanner Thorson fighting for 2nd off of turn 4. Thorson might have found something right there off the 4th corner the last time by. The Rod Gross Motorsports number 88 car looking strong here early in this night as Corey Day sees the white flag, 1 lap to go. Corey Day in his Lernerville Speedway debut going to make his way through turns 3 and 4. He will get the win in BR Motorsports heat race number 3. Corey Eliason 2nd, Tanner Thorson 3rd, Justin Peck 4th, and Anthony Macri 5th. Finishing results from heat race number 3. Corey Day gets the win. He goes to the dash. 2nd, Corey Eliason in car number 8. 3rd, the 88 of Tanner Thorson. 4th, the 13 of Justin Peck. And 5th, the 39M of Anthony Macri. He will also go to the dash. Landon Brooks in 6th, Matt Farnham in 7th, Lucas Wolf 8th, and Brett Brunkenhofer in 9th. Those 4 will go to the B main. Race fans, last call for 50-50. Last call for 50-50 tickets right now at Lernerville. Make sure to go get your 50-50 ticket. It's at $2,500, your share. And Tanner Thorson, after a strong run in that heat race, will stop on the front stretch to talk to Tony Laporta.
His car owners, Rod and Nancy Gross, are at their first Kubota high-limit racing event of the 2024 season. Their driver, Tanner Thorson, goes +2 in that heat race. Shaylee texted me after Hot Lap and said, you said the car is effing great. You told me you want to be mic'd up. If you were mic'd up and you go back to the pit area, what are you going to debrief after that heat race with?
I feel like we're good. Just got to get a little bit freer on exit and maybe try to get a little bit more top speed at the end of the straightaways. I feel like we're kind of flattening off a little bit, but car feels good. I'm excited. We've been working really hard to try to get this thing faster and to time trial and everything, and I feel like we're getting there. We just gotta keep grinding here.
That's Tanner Thorson, and just so you guys know, when Shaylee said that he said the car was effing great, he just didn't say the letter, he said the whole thing. Now, Chase, I want you to pay attention to the big screen here at Lernerville Speedway. We talked earlier, Tanner Thorson, he's a pretty fashionable guy. I feel like you're also a pretty fashionable guy, especially today, Chase. A sunglass mishap on the drive in from Ohio today. What's going on in that picture?
I cannot believe that I cannot believe you just did that, Tony. Wow.
Well, believe it. You're looking fly, Chase.
I am actually speechless because I had no idea that was happening. Right.
Tyler McKim, our producer, director, and everything else. His birthday was yesterday. Tyler, hashtag happy birthday to you. Chase, I think you look great in those sunglasses. You got to get me a pair, but make sure they're XX wide, okay?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Tony. Let's get into winner's performance heat race number 4 lineup. On the pole of this one from Lebanon, Indiana, it's the True Timber Camo, Nice Crete and Landis Block, JRC Transportation, High Performance Units, PhilPools.com, number 5 of Spencer Baston. And outside of him from Myerstown, Pennsylvania, it's the M&M Painting and Construction, McGrewBid.com, Babs Paint, Livewire Customs, number 19 of Brent Marks. Row 2 on the inside from Enumclaw, Washington, the DJ of the night, and the Casey Kane race with Mike Kerr. Bruno's Collection, Factory Kane Shots, Kane Screen Print number 9, it's Casey Kane. Outside of him from Indianapolis, Indiana, the NOS Energy Drink, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Spire Motorsports number 7 BC of Sunshine, Tyler Courtney. Row 3 on the inside from Hartford, Ohio, the Bears Truck Service, WW McFarland Lumber, Atwell Perrine Excavating, Top Shelf Trucking, Bears Supply number 32B, the Lowrider, Dale Blaney. And outside of him from Apollo, Pennsylvania, the Fence by Maintenance, Ferguson Heating and Air Conditioning, Chernega Construction, Peluso Roofing, Worthington Steel number 2 of AJ Flick. Row 4 on the inside, the driver is from Clarion, Pennsylvania. It's the Mobile Bail Bonds, Wildwood Collision, Barrier Family, SP Technologies 46, Michael Bauer. And outside of him from Sarver, Pennsylvania, the Fairhope Property Investments, Is That Right Fishing Charters, Vision Line number 3 of Jacob Begenwald. And your final starter in this one from Locust Grove, Oklahoma, the Dirty Air, Ike's Performance, DKW Transport, Donna's Pool and Patio, Haas Haulage number 25 of Dason Pursley. 9 cars, 8 laps, top 5 going to the feature. As long as Tyler Courtney stays in the top 5, he will go to the dash with the heat race winner. Here we go. Final heat race of the night is underway. Close call, looked like between your front rows. Spencer Baston and Brent Marks down the front straightaway. Now Marks challenged down low by the DJ of the night, that being Casey Kane. Kane to the left rear in turn 3, gets the car a little bit sideways, washes up the racetrack, will give up a spot. No, he will not. Tyler Courtney not able to take advantage of Casey Kane's mistake there. He goes back to the inside in turn 1. Kane with momentum around the outside, has the 3rd spot down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, AJ Flick, the current Lernerville Speedway points leader, into the top 5. He's into the transfer, getting by Dale Blaney. AJ Flick up and into 5th in car number 2. 3rd place still up for grabs. Casey Kane trying to fend off the driver that is 2nd in Kubota Highland Racing point standings. Tyler Courtney goes to the outside in turns 3 and 4, trying to build momentum. Goes to the bottom in turn 1. Everybody around the bottom, it seems like, in 1 and 2, and middle in 3 and 4. 3 and 4 is starting to get cleaned up just a little bit. You can see Sunshine getting some speed built up around the outside. Next time by, 3 laps to go for Spencer Baston as he tries to punch his ticket into tonight's FK Rod-Ins Dash. Marks not close enough. Meanwhile, Sunshine doing everything he can to try and find a way by Casey Kane. Now trying to go to the top in turn number 1. Tyler Courtney running that car all over the speedway. Really has nothing to lose right now. If he loses the spot, he's still going to be in the dash as long as he stays inside that top 5. Next time by, white flag, 1 to go for Spencer Baston. Baston coming into this week off of a 12th place result at the Kings Royal on Eldora Speedway Saturday night. White flag, 1 to go. Kane now under fire down the front straightaway. Tyler Courtney almost pushing that car into turn number 1. It looks like Baston and Marks are out of the woods. They'll finish 1 and 2 in this 4th heat race. 3rd at the line is going to go to Casey Kane. Tyler Courtney 4th and AJ Flick 5th. Fourth and final heat race. Your winner is the 5 of Spencer Baston. He will go to the dash. 2nd, the 19 of Brent Marks. 3rd, the 9 of Casey Kane. 4th, and going to the dash, the 7 BC of Tyler Courtney. 5th, the 2 of AJ Flick. And then behind them, Dale Blaney, Dason Persley, Michael Bauer, and Jacob Begenwald will all head to tonight's B main event at Lernerville Speedway for the Don Martin Memorial Silver Cup. AJ Flick coming from 6th to 5th to punch his ticket into tonight's feature. 39 career Lernerville Speedway wins. He is the current points leader here at this racetrack. He'll have a stop on the front stretch and talk. Well, he'll stop on the front stretch and talk to Tony Laporta.
He sure will, Chase. He's a 7-time track champion, Lernerville Speedway. How about it? One of your own. Make some noise for AJ Flick down here. He started racing street stocks back here when he was just 17 years old, if I remember right, and he gets the job done. 39 feature wins. Here you go, 6th to 5th. AJ, you're racing a little bit later on tonight for $25,000. What does this number 2 need to be better?
More horses. I mean, I'm giving it all she's got, and our goal was to get here and try and make this show, and we were able to do that. Let's hope the home field advantage starts to kick in for us a little bit, and maybe this thing will widen out, get a little slick, and hopefully we can get to the front.
Boy, if anyone here would have a home field advantage, it's the driver of the number 2 right here, AJ Flick. Again, a 7-time track champion. Chase, his day job, we're talking about AJ Flick, he's a day trader. I figured you and him should connect and go over Bitcoin a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if Bitcoin's what he's day trading or not there, Tony. I'm guessing it's something to do with maybe the stock market, or maybe, I don't think Bitcoin is exactly what he's doing, but I'll have to stop by and talk to AJ Flick later on in the pits. When I came by his trailer, he actually wasn't there quite yet. He was, I think, making his way over here. His trailer and things came before he did. So we'll catch up with him later tonight there, Tony. I'm sure that we could talk all night long about that kind of stuff.
He's not, yeah, he probably doesn't want to talk about day trading with you, but he will talk NHL. He's a big hockey guy, he told me right before I left the trailer. Go Pens.
Yeah, big Penguins fan. He's actually got a helmet as well that he races with sometimes with the Penguins logo on the side of it. So next up, race fans, it's going to be the redraw wheel to find out who will start where in tonight's FK Rodden's Dash. We'll be right back with that here after a few commercials on FloRacing.